Well, what I'd like to do first, real quick, is if we could all just close your eyes and take a nice deep breath in and just center into your heart. And imagine that you're growing a root out of your tailbone and ground into Mother Earth. And just let any excess energy that you're carrying just release out of your body into the earth as we anchor deeply into the heart of Mother Earth at the center of the planet. And then send your energy up out the top of your crown, connecting to spirit, to the sun, to the universe. And we're just letting the universe know and Mother Earth know that this healing class is now open, up, and running. And imagine through your hands that we're all sitting in a circle connecting points of light through our palms. There's people all over the country, even in some, I know for sure, some in South America. So just imagine our circle going all the way around the globe as we connect as points of light. Connecting our hearts, knowing that we're all safe and that we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. You can open your eyes. Okay. So do you want me to do the breath intro or do you want to do the channeled?
We can start with just talking about breath.
Yeah, talk about the breath because they might.
Someone's saying she can't hear, but I think that's an isolated incident. Dorota, can you hear now?
How about now?
Can you hear? I think so. I think we're good.
Okay. So the breath work that we're going to do is the breathing is going to be all done through the mouth instead of the nose, and that's because we bring more oxygen in if we're breathing through the mouth. The first breath, you're going to fill up your lower belly. The second breath, the high chest, and then out. So it's going to look like two breaths in, one breath out. And this breath work is going to push you, meaning that first 5 to 7 minutes, you're going to be thinking, oh, I don't like this. This is hard. This is weird. I can't breathe like this. My throat is dry. And that's the resistance coming up. That's where the mind is going to try and stay in control because it's going to be like, whoa, what's happening? This is unfamiliar. I don't like this. So the first 5 to 7 minutes, you really want to stay focused on the breathing and kind of give it your all. So breathe at a pace that's more than your natural breath, as if you were exercising. Some people like to do deeper breaths. Some people do shallower breaths. That's okay. You'll find your own rhythm of it, but just breathe to where you feel like, okay, yeah, this is making me uncomfortable. After about 5 to 7 minutes, that extra oxygen is going to hit the brain, hit the hypothalamus gland, and you're going to start to release endorphins, and then you'll just be in the rhythm of the breath, and it won't feel so challenging. You're going to feel your energy, okay? Your hands are more than like, so I'm going to tell you what the possibilities are, just to give you guys the range of what you may experience. More than likely, you will feel tingling and vibrating in your hands, around the mouth, your feet. Eventually, your whole body may tingle and vibrate. Don't get worried when that happens. Get excited. That means it's working. What we're doing is we're bringing that stuck energy that's in the second chakra up through the heart so that it can be released with love. As we release that stuck energy, those blocks, that resistance, the energies that aren't you, stuff you've picked up along the way, stuff you're holding from, right, family members, your lineage, I mean, anything that you're carrying that's not you, is going to start releasing. As that happens, the heart chakra can open, and that's right when the tingling comes. The energy that you're going to feel moving in your body, that's your higher self. It's your spirit coming into your body. So sometimes people are like, oh, I'm feeling a lot, like, what is this? And they get nervous. So that's why I'm kind of explaining what you'll feel, so that when it happens, you'll be like, oh, okay, this is what she said would happen, and just keep breathing. No matter what happens, keep breathing.
I love that about breath work.
Right. Yeah. That's the answer to everything. If I was like listening to you guys asking, if I was like saying, how are you feeling? And you would say, I'm feeling this. My answer would always be the same. Good. Keep breathing.
It's the easiest modality in the world to learn. Speaking of, you have a class coming up. When is that?
June 9th and 10th.
Okay. June 9th and June 10th. Oh, it seems so far away when you first told me about it, and now it seems so close. Yes, I changed. I was told by Hay House that I'm supposed to wear a color that it's a different color of my background.
Perfect. I like it.
I have the wrong shirt on. Anyway, so hey, there we go. We're all set up. So first of all, there is oh cool, she's up somewhere. Isabel's got it locked down over there online. So if you guys have issues with internet, we've got like the fastest internet known to man over here for the time being. It's like over 100 megabytes. So it's plugged in. So if you have issues with your internet, like getting kind of spotty, just call in. Isabel put that phone number up in the little chat area. I think there's different international numbers that you can use, whatever country you're in. Because what happens, what I've found, at least with breath work, is that the energies that are attracting, this is not the word attracting, the energies that are emitting from us, they'll start off as kind of like lower, right? It's like, she probably notices when she's doing sessions, it's almost like you're compiling like all your crap. It's like, gotta build it all up. And what the guys are showing me is literally like, imagine yourself like in a hot air balloon. And you're like soaring high, and you're like, wee! And then you get into a relationship. And he or she, not gonna be one of those, like only the he's are the bad guys, but he, you know, is a little bit lower than you. So you're like, here, take my rope. And you're trying to pull his balloon up, you know? So you're like guzzling gas and putting more fuel in your hot air balloon. You're doing Reiki, you're doing yoga, you're working out, you're eating good, you're, you know, whatever, to keep yourself like going energetically, and you're trying to pull them up, pull them up, pull them up. And then she starts taking on stones, like other people. Here, earthbound spirits, get on here. Check it out. Come in my basket. And they're pulling you down even more. And then you get to a point after having all of this amazing, like what is it, altitude up super high. You can see everything. You can see your future, your intuition, your higher self is there. And then you start to drop down lower and lower. And then the adrenaline kicks in, and that's that like that racing heart, that clenching throat, or that funky feeling you get when you're really like nervous and scared, because fear sets in, and all the neurotransmitters in your brain that respond to fear start going off. Cortisol kicks in to calm you down, and then, you know, now you're down there with them, but you're getting defense mechanisms for that, is what they're saying. So like you start getting defensive for having a lower vibration.
Right.
So then you start getting earthbound spirits, and now you have people in your basket. And so now you guys are both down low, and you've made a life out of it, and it's fine, it's great, it's all well. And then you come to breath work. Or let's say Reiki. Everyone here does Reiki that I know because they're Reiki students, or they do some sort of modality, and your girls and guys probably do a different modality, or maybe some Reiki. But, you know, you can run energy into the hot air balloon by filling up the gas. So like the more gas you have, or the more chi or prana or breath you have, the better the ability you have to be like burn fire and go up, you know? And the higher up you go, the more likely it is that you're going to snap away from the people over there. But then they're going to be like, hey, idiot, get down here, you're an idiot. Or, you know, like people will try to bring you down, to get you back down. But so with Reiki, you cut the cords to the other people, that like the low-hanging fruit. Like Marla says, cut the fat. Some crazy people that are calling, cut the fat, cut the fat. I'm like, no, I have to help them. So with Reiki, you fill up your fire. So you're filling up your Reiki, you're cutting the cords to the other people, and you're throwing out the stones. So just throwing out the stones alone, going to somebody who's like a medium, crosses spirits over, or, you know, gets rid of like old energies and stuff like that. Someone like a counselor, you're unloading your stuff onto a counselor. And so you go up a little bit, but you're still corded. So it's just going to come back. And the rocks are still there. And so basically I'm attuned, I'm attuned to Reiki. I'm a Reiki master teacher, intuitive, clairvoyant. I've pretty much taken all the classes, and I've been channeling for like 5 years now, all about like this stuff, like healing and stuff, because that's how I got into it. I wanted to know who I was. And the breath work is like the only thing that I know of that you don't have to know anything to do it. Right. And from what I found, it permanently gets rid of things. So when she did a session on me, the first time, I got rid of this spirit that I had in my field that I thought I had gotten rid of like a very long time ago. Because what happens is, when we do the meditation right now, we're going to call in everything that has been in your field for the last, they said, 96 days. So you're going to be like, we're going to set the intention that it's not going into your field. It's going to go into like a hologram of you, or like a box or something. So all their stuff, because what happens is spirits have free will, and spirits are not just energies. I was going through this with a girl we worked on today. She had a big, huge, fat lady that wanted to stay and eat on Earth. And she was basically just eating. And when I get people that have overweight people that stay in their field, they literally are addicted to food. They do not want to go into spirit. They want to stay, they want to eat, and they'll use someone kind of as like to go through them, and the person suffers health-wise, and they don't know why. So the lady wouldn't leave. Like Janice is like doing all the tricks. I command you to leave, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting here watching we went to a preschool interview today, and so I'm watching from the astral plane at Janice, and she's like, oh, she's like, I'm not leaving. This is my body. Because once something is in your field and you accept it into your field, it then becomes yours. So they think that they can stay. And so we're going to get rid of the stuff that thinks it's smarter than us and is like hiding outside. Like I see it all the time. It's funny. It's like class starts and I'm like, I can see you guys. Hi. We'll wait out here for our person to come back. Just like jump off, they wait, and then jump back on. So you may find that when you go to like healing events or things like that, it's like you feel amazing, and then slowly but surely vibration starts to drop, and you start to feel like you again. You start to experience all the same old behaviors, the same old thoughts, the same old people, the same old. So tonight's theme should be getting rid of the same old. I'm so sick of the same old. She did a session on me yesterday, and we got rid of something from what didn't they say it was from before I was even born? Yeah. Is that even possible? Have you ran into that before?
Yes, and I have more information for you about what. Yeah, we'll talk later.
Isn't that fascinating though, to know that you could have something in your field that wasn't even yours? Like I figured out that it was a stone from Stonehenge, and I've had like visions of like sacrificing the person that I loved and all this stuff, the crazy stuff that like nobody could ever know, and I wouldn't know, she wouldn't know, no healer, but as I'm just going, that's it. And of course, you know, Danielle's holding space and running energy and doing stuff, which is what I'm going to be doing and what she's going to be doing tonight for you guys. So why don't you guys write down, I know we did a little journal on what kind of feels stuck and constricted, but what the guys are saying is they want the same old. They want the same old out. That's what I keep saying. The same old. So what's your same old? Your same old. Like it's just the same old people, the same old negativity, the same old drama, the same old, the patterns. Yes. Patterns. Yeah. That's me. When my vibration starts to drop, I just attract people that need me because I need to feel needed. And then I complain about the needy people around me, like I'm not the one drawing them into me. So anyways, let's see here. I'm just checking everyone's energy to make sure that I'm tuned in. Somebody just logged in. 2 people just logged in. Could you do me a favor? And the people that just logged in, just kind of bring all your attention awareness into your body. What did you say? Into the heart. And then I am grounded. I am grounded. I am grounded into my body. And just kind of like pull yourself in. It's not as pretty as Danielle's was, but it works. Patient. So yours is it. So let's see. Okay, so we're not going to have any music or anything when we do the first meditation. I think I'm just going to walk you guys through. If you want to turn on your own music or whatever to listen to, we can do that. But this one, we'll turn the music on when we start doing the breath. I'm just going to wait a little bit more. Everyone's guides are like lining up. It's so funny. They're like, let me see if I play the music on this, if you guys think it sounds okay. I literally just cut Bill off my energy and he just texted me. Amazing. I don't know if anyone's gotten healings before where you get a healing, you get the cord cut, and then the person calls you and you haven't talked to them for like 20 years. How does the music sound if I play it right here? Does that sound okay? Can you guys hear it enough? Sounds good. Yay! Because I'm grounded finally. All right. What I'd like for you guys to do is just close your eyes. And what we're going to do is we're going to call in the highest frequency aspect of ourselves, which is, in this reality that we live, our spirit. But there is a piece of us that's higher than our spirit. It's our spirit's creator. You guys are calling it the higher spirit. It's very creative. Your higher spirit. So we're going to call in the higher spirit of each individual this evening. We're going to ask that that aspect of self and even the creator of that aspect begin to draw into a safe container. You can see it as a trunk or a box or a safe or something that if you put it in there, it can't get out. I always visualize one of those Bank of America offices. It's all glass, where it's like, you know, they have like the glass offices. I always kind of picture like a few of those lined up. And I ask that anything that is not for my highest and best good, anything that has nothing to do with the healing, it may just be a trickster, so all of that stuff just be instantly pulled into those containers. So in your mind, just say anything that's not relevant to this evening, anything that's not for my highest and best good. I now ask my higher spirit to pull those energies into that containment device. And I'm assisting in doing that. There we go. I got the trickster. There we go. So what we'd like for you to do is, as you visualize things going into these boxes or these containment devices, we're going to ask that your soul, the you that knows this whole life, that has been you forever, this is your eternal self. Ask that eternal self to begin to make their way into your field of consciousness. If they were to put even their whole toe into your field, it would be like an explosion. The vibration that they carry is so high, so light, So they very slowly begin to drop down behind you. This is your soul, your eternal soul. And in your mind, you have to give them permission because you have free will. You're in a land ruled by the mind, not by the spirit. So in your mind, just say, I, and then your name. Now give permission to my higher spirit and my eternal soul to enter into my field now. Thank you. And as you do this, we will, and this channel will, make sure that any blocks that you have to this eternal piece of self be dissolved and eliminated, sent to the containment devices, and transmuted into light. There we go. Here we go. Somebody's driving, so we're going to have your spirit sit on the roof. Like, woo!
No driving during breath work.
Exactly, no driving during breath work for sure. So as you call these aspects in of yourself, what we'd like for you to do is to ask them to show you or allow you to feel or sense your secret healing power. Everybody heals with something, whether it be water, flames, air, light. Marla has a lightning bolt, she's like Wonder Woman. So just to ask your soul to put the thought in your head or hold your hands out and just imagine something coming out of your hands. You can pretend like you're Elsa if you want, from Frozen. And with your hands, just imagine this energy coming from them and shooting towards all of that stuff that we pulled out of you and dissolving it like you're wiping it away on a white eraser board. So it's just, there we go. Awesome. Good job, guys. Awesome. In order to clear your home, right in front of you, just imagine a table and then ask to see your house in the form of a dollhouse or something with no back, or you can just see it as I always see mine as a little matchbox size thing. The tinier the better because it's easier to clear that way. Okay, that now represents my house. And then just imagine, if you feel like you don't have the ability to imagine something coming out of your hands, just imagine the last sci-fi movie that you watched where there was like a superhero or something that had stuff shooting out of their hands. And literally just imagine shooting your house with that and letting it all disappear. The reason why this is working, because we are holding space and each of you are residing within your quantum self at this time, which means the act of observing is what makes it so. Your soul is a quantum being where anything is possible. You just have to want it and ask for it and allow it to happen. There we go. Perfect. Good. Perfect. Now what we'd like you to do is that thing, that same old thing you want to get rid of, the stuff you just want to dissolve away and never have to deal with again. Before you begin to move towards some stairs that will appear right in front of you, make sure you're in your body. There's a few people that are in like a relative's body or their children. Say, I am and your physical body, so your name. So I am Marisa Morris now. And then just pull yourself into yourself, calling back all of your energy. There we go, perfect. Otherwise, you're going to be doing breath work for someone else. That's no fun. We have enough of our own drama. We don't want to deal with other people's drama, which is usually the root of most sicknesses and illnesses because we don't have defenses for them. There we go, perfect. I am your name, physical body, now. Thank you. And then just say, come back. There we go, perfect. Okay, so we now ask that each person's soul bring forth the most crucial things that need to be released this evening. We're going to ask that those things be placed at the top of some stairs. So just imagine walking up some stairs. There's 12 of them. When you get to the top, there's a door. When you open that door, there is a guide there waiting for you. But it's not just any guide. This is your real self. This is you, the authentic you, the eternal you. And they are going to oversee your breathwork session. In their hands, they're holding a bunch of stuff. And that stuff is your same old stuff that you have. Do you find people that you need to take care of? Do you become the codependent, the enabler? Are you the one that needs an enabler? Are there addictions? Is there abuse? There's any number of patterns. Just ask that all the most important things, or the most important things, be brought forward now. And you don't even really need to know what they are. It's good to know, but if you don't know, then just trust that your soul, your eternal soul, your real self, is going to know it needs to be released. But the cool thing about this is you're going to have a helper up in the 7th dimension, which is your real self. You have a helper in the 5th dimension, which is me. And this channel, Marisa, I will be down in the astral planes dealing with all the lower stuff, cutting cords and stuff. So if you have some form of like a emergency or something like that, which I highly doubt you will, but you can always, I think you can raise your hand on this thing. But that being said, I'm going to keep an eye on everybody energetically. If your name is on the list, I think there's a few extra people. But if their name's on the list, I have numbers on their heads energetically. So I'll look for your name if I see something, and I'll say, hey, so-and-so, do this, 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 and this. But likely, the thing that I love so much about breath is that I don't need to do anything, right? All I have to do is breathe. And me getting involved actually just entangles my stuff and entangles us. So if you start to feel, I started to feel like my hands were doing this last night.
Oh, yeah, the cramping.
Yeah, they were like cramped up.
Right. Yeah, so that's normal for your hands to cramp. You also started crying really quickly.
Oh, yeah, I was crying like so quick. And I didn't cry as soon as I thought I was going to because Jeff was here. I'm not going to cry in front of him. So he was here drilling a hole in the wall. So we started doing my session, and all of a sudden I was just like, oh, my God, I just started crying. So all of the times, I want you to think of all the times that you just like shoved your emotions down, shoved them down, shoved them down, shoved them down. And one thing I didn't realize when we were doing the breath work was, and I think she said this, is when you're breathing in, you're breathing into your emotional body, and then you're pulling it up into your heart to purify it. And then when you're releasing it, you're just generating all this motion within your body. So we did all these charts. I'm going to show them the charts. I'm not going to show them the whole thing. I'm just going to show all these things. So just see that chart right there. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that chalkboard is me today channeling the guide about why breath works. I'm so like skeptical, and I'm going like, why does it work? How does it work? I don't understand. I want to know why. And they basically said that when you start breathing, you fill up your gas tank, but you actually activate your light body, and you go into like your real self. So the you that you are right now, the you that you are each day, is like that little person on the landing that you just were, and that big, huge you that just came up to you is who you become. So as you're breathing, you're actually pushing out old stuff, old things, and just rejuvenating all of your cells. And we need that because the planet shifted, it changed, and now everybody's feeling nasty and like old drama is just coming up no matter what. Like there's no way that we can get away from it, because when you go from a third dimension planet to a fifth dimension, you have to pass through the fourth, which is all the thoughts, emotions, feelings, spirits, entities. Like religion starts to fall away because religion is very like, you know, defined, and the beings from there, you know, are like, no, stay here. We want you to stay here. So we'll just go do this. I'm going to watch everyone's energy. She's going to lead you guys with the music through the breath work. I'm going to turn this up yours so I can.
The 7 people, there's 7 people who registered through my website, and those are the extra people that you're feeling.
Oh, can you write their names down?
Yes, I have their names.
Yeah, write their names down. Oh, thank God you told me. Okay, good. Okay, good. Yeah. Yes. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? I don't want to, I mean, not questions about like, you know, like psychic questions or anything like that, but like any questions about anything other than just breathe. And again, just breathe through your mouth. And I thought it was 2 breaths down below, like, and it's 1 below, right? 1 below.
Yeah, 1 is the second chakra, 1 heart chakra.
And I was getting all in my head, like, is my stomach supposed to go out? Is it supposed to go in? Because in yoga training, you learn that it's supposed to go in. And so then I was like, you know, the first time I did my session, I was like, oh, I'm not breathing right. So you'll do anything you can to want to get up and check Facebook. You'll do anything you can to want to just stop breathing. I think yesterday during my session, I literally like held my breath, but I didn't mean to. Like these pieces of you take over. So like the aspects of you that have broken off during trauma will take over because they think they're here to save you. They think they're here to protect you. And likely those pieces, just like mine, likely those pieces are showing up as demons, entities, things like that. When you do your meditations and stuff, and you see all this crazy stuff, everything that's around us based on that drawing that we did today is us. We're basically in one of those fun houses where the mirrors are everywhere.
I brought my entities.
Nice.
Right?
For myself. So nice. All right, perfect. Well, without further ado, let's do this, and then we'll do a longer meditation at the end, because the guys are just saying all they wanted was for us to get the intention set, get the breath in, and they want the longer meditation for the end, because that's when, I don't know, Danielle's people are here, and you probably have done breath work before, but I know that like 3 weeks ago, and I don't know if you were here last time, but there's some people that were like, oh, I feel like stuck. It's like, it's not going to fix everything this time. That's why it's like, what are the most important things that you want to fix? And the first session, I released a whole bunch of stuff. The second session, like a ton. The third time I did it, the whole time I saw like a mirror in front of me with a girl sitting in it. And I was like, what the heck is this? And come to find out, the mirror that I was seeing with a girl in it was behind me. And the girl with her name, Laura, was right in front of it. She said her name was Laura, and that was like blocking me. And so I didn't get anything out of the session. And then I was like, wait a second, I did get something out of the session. I found out that I'm upside down, because the mirror that was at my feet, it was actually at my head. So if you don't feel anything, don't expect anything, don't have any expectations, you may learn something may shift in you that you don't notice, or you may just have a full-blown spiritual awakening. So it's best to just not have any expectations. I know my people, they like to do, they're like, I want to see everything.
If you're not feeling anything, breathe more.
Yeah.
Breathe deeper, breathe faster.
Okay.
Like, yeah. And you are supposed to be laying down.
I can already hear you, Shelly. I'm not feeling anything. It's like we've been breathing for 30 seconds. I love her. I'm teasing. Okay, so awesome. Let's see here. Share screen. So Isabel, why don't you tell us? I don't want full screen.
No, let us up.
Here we go. Avoid hearing duplicate audio, lower your phone volume, or mute your computer speaker. No, I don't want to mute the speaker. Okay, so now this is the true question. How do we get to Spotify? That's the thing I was trying to figure out how to get out of.
Can you minimize the screen?
That was what I was trying. I was like, how do I get out of here? Oh God. Yeah, this computer. Like it doesn't want to participate. It doesn't want to chat by rooms, invite, hide. Oh, oops, I just hid them. Show video. Hold on, guys. Technical difficulties. I don't understand why this isn't working. Well, if the music sounded okay, we can just have the music the way it was, right? Video settings, maybe? Oh, here, we'll take it off full screen.
Yeah, that's what you need to
do. Doesn't have it there. Sorry, guys. Enter full screen. Oh, full screen. See if that worked. If not, we'll just use the music from the other one. I think it sounded okay. Did it sound okay, Isabel? Healers with technology. So, okay. We'll do this. Yeah, you can go ahead and play your music over there.
On mine? Or on, I can do it.
I'm just going to turn that off because it's not cooperating. Oh, well, okay. So that mission failed, but we
Should we do a test?
Yeah, let's test it. Okay. Actually, just mute that. Okay, we'll figure this out. Hold on 1 second.
Right there.
Yay! We found Spotify! Oh my God, it's a miracle. Okay. Okay, how does that sound? Yay, good. Perfect. All right, awesome. Okay, so yes, she's going to have you guys yell or laugh or let out energy so you can grab a pillow or like a washcloth or something like that. But other than that, Isabel, let me know if it sounds funky, and I'll keep an eye on the chat bar, and I'm going to keep an eye on all of you energetically. So
go ahead and start the breathing. Lower belly, chest, exhale. I can see sunshine, or I can see a storm. What do you choose? I just welfare, feet on the sky. And my heart, where the light keeps shining. I choose the fear of all time. For the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. I choose love. Breathing through the resistance. I can see carrots. I can see green. I can see carrots. What a poverty. What do you choose? I can see
This is your body. This is your space. Breathe into it. Own it. Know it. I command anything that is not me, leave now. Anything that is not me, leave now. And then keep breathing. As you continue to breathe, understand and know that this is your space. This is your time.
So breathe into any tightness or heaviness that you feel in the body, and give me 10% deeper breath this next song. Won't you stay with me? Won't you wake up and hallelujah? Won't you walk with me? Won't you let me be? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. You've been working till your head aches and your eyes can't see. You've been hoping you could make it right, but the more you try, the more you fail. Oh,
As you continue to breathe, your crown is opening to the divine. Your spirit is entering into the body, rejuvenating you. As you breathe spirit into your life.
Stay with the breath.
Won't you stay with me? Won't you wake up and see that I'm Magnolia? Won't you walk with me? Won't you let me be your sweet companion? Oh, my love. Oh, my love. Oh, Magnolia. Oh,
So really imagine that first breath is going deep into your hips, down your legs, waking up the lower part of your body.
I wanna give. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. It's these expressions I never give that keep me searching for a heart of gold. Keep me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old. I've been to Hollywood, I've been there. I crossed the ocean for a heart of gold. I had my mind, it's such a fine line. It makes me search for a heart of gold.
Invite the breath even deeper into your body. And everybody say out loud, it's safe to be in my body. This is my body. And go back to the breath.
Someday you will die. I will be close behind. You into the dark. It's blinding light. Some of the gates still bright. My hands clasped alive. Waiting for anything to fire. It's heading out the night. That we both are satisfied. Illuminate the notes on their vacancy sign. There's no one beside you, but you're so apart. I'll follow you into the dark. Catholic school, traditions, Roman rule. I come and ask this proof. By lady in white, held my dark. How she told me start. Here's the heart. Never went there. It's heaven held to fight. That we both are satisfied. Illuminate the notes on their vacancy sign. If there's no one beside you when you're so apart, I'll follow you into the dark.
So grab a pillow or a washcloth or cover your mouth, or if you're alone, just go for it. We're going to get ready to yell on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Soles of our shoes all went down. Time to sleep is now. It's nothing to cry about. 'Cause we hold each other's shoes. It's the blackest of blue.
Go back to the breath, breathing into that space you just created.
I'll follow you into the dark. I'll follow you into the dark.
So let your emotions start to move. Breathe into that sadness.
Don't ask for guides. Don't ask for angels. Ask for your soul's assistance. Your soul is you. You are your soul. Your physical body is its vessel. Ask for your soul's assistance in releasing the sadness, the anger, the hate, all the things from all of your lifetimes that you've built up. You may feel some pressure around you as we enter in to help to release and connect you to the soul. So really just keep on breathing.
Keep on building life that you make up around you. Don't make no difference.
You designed this life, you created this life. Because you can't remember it doesn't mean you didn't create it. That means you can get rid of it, release it, using the breath. Continuing to breathe, knowing that if you're feeling dizzy or nauseous, just continue to breathe. You're releasing all of the stuff that doesn't belong to you. It's no longer you. It's done. It's gone. It's over. You're creating a new reality. You're in control now.
Trust your breath to take you deeper. Surrender to the breath.
Don't try to figure it out. Don't try to think. Just breathe. As we release all the holograms stored around you, all of the memories that are not yours or no longer required for this existence. Just breathe. Take advantage of this time. Breathe. Allow your spirit to enter your body, your soul, to merge with you. You are your I am. You are God. As you release all those bricks from your basket, allow that light in. Allow the light to permeate every cell and particle in your body as you continue to breathe. All of those things, you didn't know any better. You're just human. Breathe in your spirit, the wisdom, the knowledge, the peace.
If your body's feeling cold, that's old fear that's leaving your body, so it's a good thing. Just keep breathing. You hereby release all fragments that are resistant to the release of these energies, breaking off any mental, emotional, spiritual fragments of self, creating a vortex of light beneath, above, to each side, sucking these energies out, sending them back to source. You don't need them anymore. They don't need to protect you. You're safe. It's commanded that all fragments leave, enter into each individual source now. Mental, emotional, spiritual, in all dimensions, all realities, all times and places. Trust the breath. Welcome it even deeper into your body. Let the breath have its way with you.
This channel hereby releases all judgment, all projections, all reflections.
I can see all obstacles in my way. Gonna the dark clouds had me blind. Gonna be a bright, sunshine day.
There's two of you holding your breath. Continue to breathe.
I think I can make it now.
There you go. Good job. I can see you. Keep on breathing. I can do this later on to take advantage of the time that you have. We're holding space for you. Breathe deeper. There you go. As you continue to breathe, I'll be reconstructing your tube of light, bringing you back in alignment with all layers, all aspects, all pieces of you, your eternal self. Continue to breathe, and all you have to do is just breathe. Your soul, your guides, you'll do all the rest. Just breathe. Feel like there's an energy stuck. I don't want you here anymore. I don't care who I was or where I was. I don't care what I agreed to. No longer. Leave. These are old stories, old things, old people, the same old. Continue to breathe in new life, new light. All you have to do is breathe. Keep breathing. Just in your mind, not on the computer, not anything else. In your mind, if you need assistance, allow the assistance in now. I allow the light into my life. I allow it. I am the light. I am light. I'll see your energy light up and I'll drop over and assist you. Not on the computer, in your head. I allow the assistance. There we go. Good. Good. Missing all implants. There we go. Yeah, just say it once. I see you. Yes, I can.
I'm not the mistakes that I have made, any other things that could be made. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind.
Yes, you can ask twice. I'm breathing. Continue to breathe, and if your body feels tingly, continue to breathe. You're doing great. You look amazing. All of you.
We're going to breathe the one more song. So if there's anything you're still holding on to, this is your chance to let it go.
I allow Marisa to release this from me. The end of the song. You're doing it on your own. Take advantage of this 2 minutes. Keep breathing. Came to this planet for the oxygen. Came here for the water. Love. Breathe in that air. I got you. Yes. Don't allow frustration or any negative emotions to stop your breathing. Continue breathing. I'm going to start sending energy in through the crown.
So shifting now to the natural breath. Let your body melt into the earth.
Sending a spinning disk of light through each of your fields as you continue to breathe. You may see the disk, you may feel it, you may not. I am now healed. I love me. And that all individuals get pulled up out of the astral plane into their light body, whereby they can experience the totality of who they are. Continue to breathe. Just breathe. I'll do the rest.
Just breathing naturally, letting your bodies relax.
This person is just listening and not breathing. Say, I allow this healing in now. I will breathe there. I will breathe later. You're just listening to check it out. I
Welcome your spirit home into your body.
I am in your name, and I can feel the totality of who I am now. I am whole. I am no longer fragmented. I am no longer afraid. I am me, and I am in control. I am the creator of my own destiny. Go ahead and bring your awareness to your body, but paying attention to the fact that all layers of you, all dimensions of you are here right now. So it's like those Russian dolls. Spend most of your time in your emotional body or your mental body. What if you could be that body that holds them all together? It's your spirit. That's you. There we go. Perfect. Should we have them journal a little bit and then do meditation? Okay. What I'd like for you to do now is just breathe normally. And bring your attention to your body. And I want you to say in your mind, I am my higher self. Show me where, whatever your name is, inside of me. Wherever your attention and awareness goes to, just take note of that. I would say, I am my higher self. Please show me where God is inside of me. And what you'll find is the more that you breathe, the more that you allow the removal of the old to be taken from your field, the more space you will create, the more alignment you'll bring to you, your higher self, God, Source, all of the layers that are your multidimensional self. When you're in fear, you may be down in your toe and God may be somewhere else in your body. Remember this feeling where you feel in alignment. Going around through each individual, removing any extra energies. You guys did amazing. What you'll find is those stairs that you were at before you started breathing are way down beneath you. So in your mind, just ask for your guide or your real self, your higher spirit, to come forward now and bring a message to you. You may hear it now, or you may see something, you may feel something. If not, you'll get it later. Just say, I'd like to receive a message from my higher spirit, my real self. We'll hold the space for you to receive that. There you go. You may see him as a person, you may see him as light. If you feel like there's anything stuck in your body, you can ask for those containment devices to come back. Say whatever that is there, get in the containment device. We'll clear it for you. There you go. Many of you have not experienced the energy of being in alignment with your whole self. It may feel funny, it may feel displaced, so to speak. But as you begin to bring your awareness back to the world around you, you will realize that the world around you is what you think it is. The world around you is your creation. And as you begin to allow your spirit into your life each day, aligning with your higher spirit, aligning with your true self, you'll see that the life you've been looking for has always been here. Bring your attention and awareness back to the room. There's many of you that are not, you're off in the cosmos, so we need to bring you back before we do anything.
You can wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers.
There you go. There, here they come. Couldn't even take them back to the stairs. If you'd like to see how much you ascended in this meditation, you can say, I'm my higher self. Show me where I was before the meditation. And your attention and awareness will go to a different spot in your body. The amazing thing about this work is that it makes your perspective broader. It makes it higher. Because you go up higher, it's like going up higher in the hot air balloon. It's not going to be as scary because you can see everything. When you're down low, you can't see what's through the trees. But when you allow your spirit or your higher self to take over and just allow yourself to be cleared by them, cleared by the breath, your elevator just automatically moves up. And for those of you that don't know what the elevator is, it's just a tool that we use to rise up through the different chakras, different layers of ascension. There we go. I'm just going to send instant healing into each person. There's a couple of people that stepped away, got emotional. It's going to kind of set in there. The healing is there. So when they listen to this, just say, I now allow this healing into my field, and it'll go in. Because I did the healing. Going to the journal for a sec, and then we can, I'm going to call in the guides again and channel a message or something.
Yeah, so if you got some messages, this is a good time to write them down, do some journaling. Letting your heart be filled with gratitude. Gratitude is always a shortcut to healing.
You can call in your guides now, yes. Can I call in my guides? Yes. Before I just wanted you working with your soul, though. The eternal soul. have questions and want to type them in there, you can. I'm not going to do it audible. Yesterday after my session, I did 45 minutes writing straight. There's a place within us that they call the diamond. It's just above the heart, below the throat. I mean, you can get into your real self like everybody's in their whole self right now. You can access that eternal energy, that eternal light. And now that you're attuned to it, you can call upon it at any time. We just got attuned to it yesterday. Okay, Soraya, I kept hearing you. I heard you say, help, help, help. Let me see. Hold on, Soraya. So take a deep breath in. Anybody's writing and doesn't want to hear, just mute me. There you go.
Just say it's safe to open my heart.
There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I see kind of like a rock sitting on your chest. You may want to have a session with Danielle. That's what I felt like after the session. I felt like it was crushed down. Okay, I command that all aspects of myself that will not let my heart to open, that will not let my heart open, leave now. I'm sending in some violet energies. There we go. There. Now I feel it. Thanks. Is that better? Everybody, I feel like I'm covered in thank you. I change like 15 times a day, but this is ridiculous. So we've got a few minutes left. So you guys write. If you don't want to listen, this will be recorded, but you can mute it. I respect your space for wanting to write. But at the same time, energy on me, like stripping down. Oh. So
I didn't know I was supposed to bring different outfits for you.
No, I feel like different outfits. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like stripping down. So the biggest thing that I noticed with most of you as I dropped into your field was you holding your breath and not wanting to breathe. And when something emotional would come up, it would be like almost like when you're working out at the gym and you're like, okay, well, I'm here, I might as well work out, but you don't go hard. You don't work out really hard. So you're like, okay, I'll just do it. It's almost like did anybody get that feeling? Just hit like a 1 or a Y for yes. You're welcome, Soraya. Where you almost felt like, oh, I'll just breathe a little bit. I don't need to do this, but it's like you paid for the class. You're here. You should be breathing. And it's like there was probably about 30 people that were just kind of like, not wanting to do it. Or maybe there was people around. You were sobbing, okay. Someone was sobbing. I heard sobbing from somebody. There was a few people, and then I don't know who number 46 is, but the guides did not let me go until I got to that person and cleared them. It was like you guys were Pez. So what I did, and I didn't know what I was going to do. The guides took me to every single person and cleared out your ascension tube. The ascension tube is, I think that in yoga they call it I can't remember the name of it, the Shushana or something like that, Shushana or something. It's like a tube of light that goes down your body. So if you haven't taken my classes, I'm all about like this zero light line, this tube of light. But everybody was activated, but what the guides did that was amazing was we went from your feet, and then there was one diamond there, and just totally cleared that out. And then it was almost like I was pulling everybody out of this lower triangle that was like religion and racism and, you know, all like the structured realities that we live in. But everybody looked like they were Zod from Superman, you know, like stuck in like a prism, like a prism. And I could see your consciousness in there. And there are several of you, and you'll probably know who you are, that what happens is when you have a trauma, let's say you have a trauma, say you got hurt or something, somebody hit you, a little piece of you breaks off, one piece stays to protect you, and the other piece goes and runs away. And those pieces were the ones that when I think the third song was on, the guides and I went, and when I say I, it's not me, it's like this huge version of me that's just completely inconceivable. Oh, my eternal soul. Got it. Okay. It was almost like I was vacuuming those up around you and pulling them all in, giving them unconditional love and peace, and then putting them back together, piecing you back together in your little Zod cube. And then as soon as you were brought back together completely from the feet level, the cube would go and then burst. It would break open. And then you'd like jump out and be like, I'm free. And I'd be like, oh, sweet, next level. At one point, I had to walk across the room because Danielle's energy is so grounded and like and big and strong and light that I couldn't get into the cosmos. I had to go into like the star seeds and pull like other lifetimes and other galaxies and other worlds and pull fragments in from over there. And that gave me an early headache when I was doing that, but that pulled everybody in. There's a lot of misconceived stuff about star seeds and I'm from this place or that place. So if you were seeing, like, I'm curious to see if people are seeing stars or like cosmic stuff, because there were a lot of you just floating out like in spacesuits or just floating around like out in space. But the biggest one was when I brought you guys up to the heart. I'd say that only 3 of you, maybe 3 or 4, hold on, let me see. No, 9. 9 people had an activated heart space. And the heart space is, we have a heart, obviously a heart space in every single chakra, but I call it like the heart of hearts. So your heart space is now activated to where you can sink into that. It's like the I am my I am, but instead of doing I am my I am, that's like too low now. Now it's like I am whole, or I am my real self. Find a way to word it for your human self to feel the biggest, or I am my eternal soul, or I am whatever you have to do to make yourself feel. Everybody has different words. I use I am one. And I feel like the biggest version of me when I do that. No, you had a heart space, silly. It took me 5 years to get into my heart space, of literally trying every single day to get into my heart space. And when I'm talking about heart space, I'm not talking about the heart space that everybody talks about where you bring your attention and awareness into your heart. What I'm talking about is your light body. So your light body, for most people, are not activated past their root chakra, and it never will be. That's what they call like a Kundalini awakening. When somebody has a Kundalini awakening, it's because their light body is activated, and the spiraled energy going up the spine starts creeping up the spine, and that's why you do that, like swirling and stuff like that. So the guides, Mary's here again, and she says she wants to channel. So she says, here she comes. Okay, let me get a drink of water before she starts lecturing. As you can bring your attention into this life, you'll begin to feel a feeling that it's not so real. When you feel that your life is not real, what we'd like for you to do is to ask that it do feel real. Ask that you do feel as if you are you. Because all of you, each and every one of you, except for one, and that one is a child, that was within the space of this class tonight, would rather not be you most of the time. And this is why your guides, this is why we have brought you here today. This is why we have brought you into this field today. So as you step back into your bodies and you feel this feeling of not realness, of not wanting to be here, or depression or sadness, ask to become the you that is not sad. I am now the me in the future that's already been through this, that has already done this. Please show me what that feels like. And the diamond space within you will begin to activate the energies required for you to feel what that feels like. For there truly is no time and space, so you can pull from any aspect of self, whether it be from the past, the present, the future, or a parallel life, the feelings and emotions that you want to feel. It is all about getting into the piece of you that has access to that, and that is your eternal soul. So as your eternal soul steps into your field today, in your mind say, I am now my eternal soul. Show me what that feels like. I am now my eternal soul. Please show me what that feels like. And as we activate your soul with the original light of the Creator, the unconditional love of the Creator, we take from you any soul ties, soul binds, any contracts, commitments, vows, anything that your soul felt bad about. We release forgiveness unto that soul, unto that spirit. We release you from any karmic debt. And we bring unto you your team of guides. There is one that stands right before you, one that stands if you're in the middle of a clock, one that stands at about 2 o'clock, and one at about 10. So you're in the shape of a diamond. These 3 guides stand in front of you at all times, and then you've got 3 behind you, 1 above you and 1 below you, and 1 to each side. You are surrounded with love. But what happens is you get lost inside your own body. You get lost in your own mind. When you begin to fear something, you see it as a reality, and then create a sub-reality, and then another sub-reality, and then another sub-reality, until you are completely lost within yourself. And then that's the way that you see life. That's the way that you project yourself to others. So as we pull all of your realities, that all of the pieces of you have been placed within, we bring you back to center, back into your diamond vehicle, back into your eternal self. What we'd like for you to do is to say, I am now my divine spark. Show me what that feels like. And before we close this evening, we're going to bring you into alignment. Ask where the diamond consciousness is within you. And imagine your divine spark that you are going into that diamond. There we go. As we activate that energy, we bring to you the creator energy for each of you. We bring to you light. We bring to you the ability to heal yourself, to love yourself, to know yourself, and to be yourself. Those that hurt you, those that are not good for you will begin to fall away. Allow them to. You are a new you. You are a new you, and life will begin to change because of it. What we'd like for you to do, whether it's now or later, write down 10 things you want your new consciousness to bring you. Write down 10 things you want this new level of awareness to bring you. Because you will get those things as long as they are for your highest and best good. And each day when you wake, say, I am my divine spark. Become your divine spark. And then visualize yourself going into this beautiful diamond energy at the top of your heart. And then call the light in from above and allow it to expand out. And this, dear ones, is your ascension vehicle indeed, your true one, not any false ascension vehicles. No more. We are sick of them indeed. I'm not letting her lecture. She's trying to. No time and place. Okay, fine. So you must understand that you are the powerful one. You created your guides. You created your angels. You created them. Look at yourself as the creator of the video game and the creator of the game players. You created the game, then you created the characters, and now you are living within one of the characters, and you don't remember that you created the game. Now that you have access to this heart consciousness, to this diamond consciousness, to this higher awareness, you can bring unto yourself a new creation. And it is by thought. It's by thought, and it is by visualization. So bringing yourself into your higher self, into your real self, into your whole self, and visualizing what it is you want. Visualize how you will feel. Say, if I get that new job, what will I feel like? Ooh, that does not feel good. Okay, well, I'll run my light through it, my superpower. I'll run my energy through that, and I'll see if it feels better after I do that. Play with these new energies. All of you are powerful, powerful beings. And as you can begin to see that within you, as you can begin to let all of the darkness fade away, you'll truly begin to live, and you will live free, because you are free, and you always have been, but you forgot. We bless you. All right. That was a lot of healing. So they need to, maybe you should do a grounding. I'm not grounded. I'm like, I've never had to experience something like what I just experienced. I will definitely talk about it on a video later and post it for you guys. But like right now, I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, so just send your energy down your root chakra again, deep into Mother Earth, allowing Mother Earth to hold you, allowing yourself to feel connected to the planet, allowing gravity to hold you, just surrendering to gravity. We'll just imagine that our hands are connected as points of light around the globe. As we close the circle and wind the energy down in gratitude for all the healing that you received today. Giving gratitude to Mother Earth for holding us, for the breath, the fire, the water. And thank you all for coming tonight. This was amazing. And yeah, if anybody wants to learn how to become a breath facilitator and you live nearby or you want to come to San Diego, next class is June 9th and 10th.
June 9th and 10th. Yes, and then you can come to our first oxygen machine gets here tomorrow.
Oh my
Yeah, first oxygen machine. If anybody wants to hang out, so I can show you the little diamond thing, you can hang out. If you don't, then that's fine. It'll be recorded. And you can ask for it if you want. I know you guys are like, woo, and you don't want to use your mind. I just want to show you a real quick little thing of where the diamond is so you can know what I'm talking about. And somebody asked, how do we know if we're in our heart? Say, I am my heart space before the meditation. Show me what it feels like. And then say, I am my heart space after the meditation and show me what it feels like. And you'll feel a difference.
God. Hold that and I'll hand it to you. Right over there.
Can we put it on? There we go. Make sure because this is too bright. Here. There, does that show?
Yep.
Nice.
Well, actually, it was kind of better, I think, when it was bright. Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I don't know if any of you guys saw, like,
Let me actually get your little clip one, and I want to hold it. Okay. I'll trade you. There. It feels like I'm a giant on like my little tiny microphone. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, you guys don't have to stay for the heady stuff. I'm just wanted to show you guys real quick. So we did these drawings today of what they showed me yesterday when Danielle and I did the meditation, and or when we did my breathwork session, and it was amazing because what I usually see is like all these layers of self right here in front of everybody. Okay, so right there is orange, that's the sun. That's me. And when I got out of my breathwork session, I kept seeing these 3 little backstops behind me. And I was like, what is that? So today we weren't even asking about that. When I started drawing that, I was like, oh my God, those were my layers myself. So every time I asked, and the guide said, every time you do a breathwork session, you come closer and closer and closer to becoming an activated light body. And what this guide has been saying, that's been coming into me lately, has been saying that everybody is caterpillars, and how caterpillars, before they become butterflies, they crystallize and liquefy and become butterflies, is that everybody has to do that on the planet, that we're trying to ascend as worms. Basically, we're trying to be like a worm with wings, and it doesn't work. Like, we can't be a cat. She says, you can't be a caterpillar and you can't be a butterfly at the same time. You can't be both, she says. So with this, I said, okay, so what are we supposed to do? And she said, just breathe. And I was like, okay, great. Like, just breathe. Like, sounds like Danielle. Just keep breathing. But what was interesting was the tree of life is like this thing that has like all these different triangles. And so today we drew the different triangles on the tree of life, the Kabbalah tree of life. And there was one that's 6D, where we're on 6D Earth now, 6-dimensional Earth. There was the 4D Earth, which is like the astral plane, and that's Earth. And then there's the false reality, and Gaia fell down into the false reality. So it's a 5D Earth right there. And so when you tune into this diamond activation that they were talking about, which is right here, it basically takes you above, like, because I don't think I've ever gotten above like my heart space, like for real. I mean, you can go up to your crown, but you can ask yourself right now, like, show me where my God spot is in my body. God spot or thought spot, either one. I can't remember which one's which, but let me see. God spot, thought spot. Okay, thought spot. Show me where my thought spot is, and where is it along your spine. Your thought spot, the guides have explained, is where you perceive your reality from, where you see life from. So if your thought spot right now is up, it should be probably around the diamond up there. If you're down in your root, likely you're going to be seeing life like through fear, through agitation, through annoyance, through stuff like that. So you can always ask that your thought spot be brought into alignment with your God spot. And the God spot, the guides have explained, is basically where you have ascended to within your light body. So everybody, as they were taking me through, because I was just witnessing and getting pulled all over the place, and I was just making sure that everybody was getting the same amount of healing. Like, there was fair. I'm always like, you need to be fair, because some guides are pushier. And once we got out of the astral plane, like down here, I saw like they were saying that there's 144,000 diamond consciousness in this lower reality, which would be like, you know, the bad place. This had 12 diamonds, and then up here in this reality, there was only 1 diamond. So I'm assuming the diamond is the light body. I don't know what the diamond is. So I'm going to keep channeling if I do it, because your people, you can email it to them or something like that if they're not on the page or whatever. But I'm going to do some channeling about it, I think, tomorrow, and I'll post it for you guys on Patreon. But it was really interesting how they showed us today that everything right in front of us is just a mirror. So everything we're seeing as our field of consciousness around us is just a reflection of ourselves. And I never knew that before. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, the diamond is right here, right between the throat and the heart. And I'm curious to see if anybody saw the diamond, or I'm curious about your guys' experiences. Like, write in and tell me what happened. I love hearing all that stuff, because when I hear that, I'm like, oh wow, I saw that too. No way. Like, it's just so cool to see, or because I'm so skeptical. It's so bad. I'm so skeptical, and I like teach this stuff. So anyways, I wanted to show you guys that. I'm stuck. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to have a permanent setup here. Actually, I just spent a ridiculous amount of money, all the Patreon money, on a permanent studio. Right out there. Yeah, so we're going to have a permanent studio with cameras, lights, green screen, real cameras, everything right out there in the garage. So that'll probably be here within the next week. Our oxygen machine is coming tomorrow. We're going to try that out if we like it. There's another one called the Airhead Zen Station. It's got all these different colors and fragrances that you smell, and I'm going to infuse them all with different Reiki and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's a breath revolution. So anyways, guys, sorry about the sound. Next time we will make sure the sound is okay. If the sound wasn't okay for you, just let us know. But I think it sounded okay. I checked on it from over there on a different device, and I was like, it sounds good. Yeah, it sounded good. Chris, thank you. Yes, I think the music is amazing, and I think that like she has a gift at bringing that in. She does private sessions. I love my private session. I was like, holy moly. I had suggested to her that if people are local, that she do like little 3 or 4 person ones or something like that, because it's just so powerful. So anyways, yep. So write in with your experiences. If any questions or whatever, you know how to reach either one of us. Lauren, you were the one that was out. Yeah, she did it twice. She says, were we supposed to scream, or did I miss that? Lauren, you were the one that was in space. I'm serious. Does she have dark hair? Do you have dark hair, Lauren? She was lecturing me. You were, Lauren. Yes, you were. Do you remember lecturing me? She told me to get grounded before I went in there. That you said, I don't know. Are you a lecturer, Laura? I don't know what you do for a living or whatever, but we were up in space floating around, and you said, you have to get grounded. You have a child at home. You can't let her feel that energy, because I was about ready, because what I do is I set up a door for each person. So I had all these different doors set up, and then I would just go through, but I didn't get the name of the person, because then I get wrapped in with, oh, Lauren, oh, that reminds me of my friend Lauren Inskeep from blah, 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 so it's like my mind gets involved. So I just number you guys, and I don't know the numbers. Danielle's, what's your email address, Danielle? You want to type it in there? Shannon, you were one of the ones, you were 46, I bet. There was somebody that was completely out, literally out, and I had, no, that wasn't you, Shannon. No, Shannon, I was up there with you. I was up there dancing around. Shannon, watch your Sophia, okay? She's not real. There's a fake one. You need to get into your real self, and a lot of you guys, a lot of your guides are not going to be there anymore. And the other day I was like, man, a lot of the hologram guides for me kind of just aren't there anymore. And I'm like, hello. And Mary's like, hi. And I'm like, oh, great. It's you and only you. She's staring right back at me, because it's my mirrored self is right in front of me. Isabel fell asleep. So, yeah. So, Lauren, you were lecturing me to ground myself and to not take the energy home with me to the baby, to make sure that I grounded myself. So it's funny, because you were grounding, you were lecturing me in space, and likely while you were lecturing me is when everybody was screaming. She said that everybody screamed. But you were there. You were all shiny.
your feet were cold at one point. Dorota, you were literally over here in my field. And then I think I was like, Dorota, get out and get in your body right now. She was standing like right here. I don't know if you felt like a force over there. And I was like, okay, Dorota, you need to go back in your body. And then I think I said someone for everyone to say, come back into me or something like that. And then you did it. And then you went back into your body. Dorota turned into like a warrior priestess. See, yeah, I got really, 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 really cold. That, Riche, that you felt that, Riche? Oh my God. I said, you're going to feel some pressure. And I went like this on somebody and I thought I pulled their hair and she just said, somebody pulled my hair. I would be so curious if we watched this to see if it was during the same time, because somebody's head, I literally had to like screw off the top of it. And like, when I opened it, it was like when you open like carving a pumpkin. It's like carving a pumpkin. And I was like, ew, yuck. But we were still down lower and I pulled it up like that. And like these 3 bats flew out. And I was like, oh, okay. And then it went, and I was like, I wonder if she just felt that twice. I only did it once, but was it twice, like right at the same time, or was it like separate from each other? That's funny. Yeah, that was her when I did that. Oh, okay, yeah, that was me then. Because what I was doing was I was trying to take the bat out, and they said they. When I say they, I just mean like the voices in my head. That's what I want to name my next book. The voices in my head. I was like, you guys want me to screw her head off, really? So I put Reiki around it, and then I screwed it off because I figured nothing bad can be done with Reiki, and screwing somebody's etheric body can't feel good. But I went like that, opened it up, and they went, flew away, and then went like that. That's very interesting. Who's that felt it in their abdomen? Dorota, all the guides are created by us, and so that's why I kind of got bummed today, because that's why we were doing the charts, because I was like, I don't see any guides. All I saw was like a baby's mobile. Like I saw me appear, and then I see kind of like the what's it called? Let me switch to the camera so I can show you. It's almost like the guides are just something that we create for ourselves when we come down here, and they the camera doesn't work on here. Darn it. Hold on. Oh well. I was gonna see if I could make my life easier and just just think of like one of those baby mobiles where there's like a little circle at the top, and then it comes down with the little like branches coming down. And that's kind of like what I was seeing. And I was seeing that everybody was connecting with like their true self. And then within our true self, we have like guides over here, some guides here, some guides here. I was up in the spleen center removing implants. If anybody gets it, it's embarrassing because I don't like talking about bodily functions. But if you get like diarrhea after what I did, it's normal. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to say it. I mean, there's so many people that are like, I'm so sick after the set. I'm like, was it just like, it's stuff just coming out of your field? Because there was a lot of people that everyone had implants. The implants are energetic implants that are stuck in your meridians that your higher self will put there prior to incarnating so that you won't have all your abilities. So it's almost like a way of kind of handicapping you in terms of your spiritual gifts. And I went in, and not everybody's implants would leave because, I mean, not all of them, but everybody had at least one in their spleen. And that's where I see kind of like our avatar sits in our heart. Our real self is right above our heart. So our real self breaks off a piece of itself, makes it into like a video game character in the heart space where you can access all your dimensions. And then what happens is you drop a little piece of yourself down through your spleen, and it shoots you down into this reality that we live down here. And Earth is right here in our solar plexus, our root. And so we're living down in that area. And so many people will live life after life after life down here in their light body, and they'll never, ever, ever realize that they can ascend up out of that reality and into their wholeness. So not everybody completely activated tonight, but it was a start. And I'm just now researching it and learning about it more. that I started taking Danielle's class and seeing her processions, because I was realizing that it's almost like I was activating a duplicate of me within the astral plane. It wasn't the real me. So now I'm like, whoa, I feel real. So anyway. All right, guys. So if you want to, you release, you got dizzy, Lauren, do 0. Become your divine spark and then say 0 heart. If you're in your astral body, which you were because you're up there roaming around with me, it's almost like you're laying down. So if you are in your astral body, you will get dizzy because it's spinning. But if you're propped up like this, it's like everything's swirling around you, like the Kundalini. So the people that got dizzy, that's why I said some people got like nauseous or sick. I was like, it's okay, just keep breathing, because I tipped you back up. That was interesting. I've never watched so closely at everybody at the same time. And healing, usually it's more of just like a heal everyone. This time I actually did like old school, like I used to do, and dropped into each person's thing and looked. So I did see a mirror above you. You felt a mirror? Oh, cool, Shannon. Wow, you saw a mirror above you and you felt your hand go through it? That's cool. So right now, is the mirror in front of you or above you? But now, is it above you or in front of you? Okay, so it's our mirror of awareness. Interesting. So no matter which way we're facing, it's just a mirror. So just think every time you see something or experience something, you're just seeing you. Like boom, hitting right back at you. The Zod, I mean, that's going to be my new thing, the Zod boxes. Now that I can't draw a picture of a GoPro video camera with consciousness on it because my friends make fun of me. Oh, you weren't here the other night. Yeah, I drew like a little ball with like a stick coming out of it, and everyone said I was drawing like male genitals. Everyone's making fun of my pictures. We can draw this though, a mirror in front of us, and where we go, it's just a square in front of us. Yeah, you're right, Shannon. That's really interesting. But there's also one behind us and to the side. It's like the fun house. We're surrounded in mirrors. Very cool. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go home to the kiddos, and Danielle's going to go home into peace and quiet. Huh? Lucy. So that's peace and quiet. That's fine. I made a video last night. I wonder if it's charged. Yeah, I made my video last night about my Reiki rocket because my mom's the smartest person on the planet. By the way, guys, if you ever need to get away, go into your car and say, I am now in my car and I release all fields from it. And you'll be like, whoa, because your house carries all the fields of consciousness for all of your furniture, the tree that your table came from, that your house was made out of. It has consciousness in the land. Everything has consciousness in it. So for all of us that are like majorly psychic, it's like you're picking up on all these radio waves. And so my mom literally lives in a van because she wants to. She has a house and everything. And I went and laid in her van the other day, and I was like, this is genius. There are no fields. It's like you're like free from everything. So I am now whole, I am now in my car. So pull all yourself into it and then say, and I'm free from all fields of consciousness. And you'll just be like, that's why I think everyone's so happy when they drive and they sing and dance. Because there's nothing. Hi, everyone. Love them. Lulu Cavalier. Oh, her kitty. Oh, I'm sorry. Lulu Cavalier. That's where you were then. You went over to go see kitty cat. That's why she was in the astral.